when we are looking at how we make decisions, we have a responsibility to not only assess what's best for our organization, being the city of Battle Creek, but certainly because we are a municipal government, we have a responsibility to ensure that the decisions that we are making are what's best for our community.
The most exciting part of Allovance for me has been the ease of managing data, but more than that, the decision-making component that really helps decide where it's prudent for the city to spend its money has been a very exciting part of it for the city.
Pretty quickly after seeing the tool, there were a number of things in there that really struck me. One was the pairwise comparison model, which is a part of Allovance's process, where you take every single thing that you value and you compare it to every other thing you say you value. And the tools they give you to be able to do that pairwise comparison just immediately made me think there, these complicated and really involved and difficult public processes that we would engage in to try and push these kinds of conversations and bring that kind of information to bear on decision making. And here were just some slider bars we're manipulating, and it's allowing us to have these conversations and record that information. So I thought, wow, this is going to be a great tool for doing that kind of planning.
Before Allovance, project managers did not like to go into the old Microsoft Access database and try and understand all the things about their project. It was hard to do. And now that in Allovance they can open their project and get to a project data sheet has been an aha thing for the project managers, that they can physically see one sheet, one screen on a computer that tells them all the basics about their project instead of scrolling through a bunch of tabs in an old database has been a definite revolutionary moment for our project managers.
So really, the initial step when you're thinking about a project is developing what Allovance calls a scorecard, right? And that's how we do what we do in the decision making that we make. And so with a scorecard, we have those for all of the initiatives that we actually use for Allovance. And so what this scorecard allows us to do is when projects come in, they all come in with sort of the same expectations of information. Talk to us about your project, who's it going to impact, what's the cost, what's the gap that you have. And when you're comparing apples to oranges, you need something that takes all of those and finds that common ground so that you can make the assessment as to where you make your decision making.
The Allovance decision coaches were very important to us. They came in and actually met with groups of staff from each of the 6 asset groups where we wanted to develop strategic values to use for scoring, and they were very good at pulling out of staff what was important by asking a lot of focused questions.
Allovance not only is a guide in helping teach communities like us and our staff how to use the tool, but in instances when we ever doubt that it's something that we can maybe facilitate or develop on our own, it's nice to have the ability to have a coach come in and to be able to help us with that process, which we've done and used Allovance in both types of ways here at the City of Battle Creek.
So I would definitely recommend Allovance for any community that's thinking about doing some planning work or that just wants to introduce more strategic planning into the everyday decisions that they're making.